They ask how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me on this daggone break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all know what we gonna get into today, baby. So a lot went down yesterday. If you did not see it, we're going to touch on some of it over here in the break room, because if you did not know or hear about it, child, you don't live on this earth, okay? Who did not know or hear about the Diddy trial? Everybody. Now, obviously, we all didn't run down there to New York, down to the federal courts to see what was going on, to be a part of, you know, basically history, you know. A lot of us wasn't, but we relied on YouTubers and other media outlets to bring us the tea, because it was a federal case, they couldn't broadcast it like they did the YSL trial, okay? So while at Dizzy, okay, Mimi, have a good time, sis. Enjoy your vacation. So welcome, everybody. Welcome to the break room. A lot went down yesterday. We all know now that Diddy was found not guilty of Rico. They did not bring Rico charges on him, but out of the 5 charges, he did get found guilty 2 of the 5. And those 2 charges, the maximum sentence for both of those charges are 10 years apiece. So potentially he could face up to 20 years, but because he's a first-time offender of this offense, more than likely he won't get charged with that. Everyone thought that Diddy was going to get out. They thought he was going to get bonded out yesterday in awaiting sentencing, which it sounds like sentencing is supposed to be in October. I did hear that they may try to move it up some, but the judge denied him bond because they said that Diddy is a threat to society, okay? They basically said even after he was under investigation, he was still putting his hands on what we know now is allegedly 50 Cent's baby mother, Daphne. He was putting hands on her in 2024, okay? So they said, Diddy, now look at her, sir. We understand your money loan, but our laws are longer, okay? And I personally feel, y'all, now this is just my personal opinion. Y'all can put y'all's in the chat as well, too. I definitely do not have a dog in this fight. I don't know Diddy other than what I know and see of him on social media, in the media, and things of that nature. Child, I don't really care about that man frontwards and backwards, just like he don't care nothing about me. That man don't even know who I am, right? So, but I found that a lot of people were very extremely emotional about this Diddy trial. In my opinion, some people were way too invested in the Diddy trial. Now, I do understand that you have to be somewhat invested to have to gain interest, so you can keep the momentum going, so you can keep, I don't know, reporting on it or whatever you're doing. But some people just went extremely overboard. Now, I understand supporting people that you like and things of that nature. I get all that. But yesterday, it just went too far, okay? So Diddy is still in jail. More than likely will be there until his sentencing. I've heard other people report that Diddy may do, because as of right now, because he went to jail last September. So if they make him wait till October for sentencing, he'll have about 13 months. So obviously he'll get time served for that. You know, when you do Fed time, you do 85% of your time when it's Fed time. So, you know, the way people broke it down, Diddy, because there's some type of program he could do for drug offenders and stuff like that. The way they broke it down, that Diddy probably would do a year. But at the end of the day, if Diddy did 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, it's better than your whole entire life, okay? Because that Rico would have been life in prison. So he didn't get that. Everybody wants to be right about what's going on to happen to Diddy, but I have a non-paid opinion. They not paying me. Exactly. I thought he would get charged with the Rico. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, Trees. I didn't really know if he would or not, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. Based off the people that I watched that was reporting back on the trial, I don't know, y'all. It didn't seem like it was a lot going on in the trial to really prove Rico. Like I said, the YSL trial was much, much longer. A whole lot more evidence, and that was at the state level. I don't know. For me, at the federal level, I just felt like it should have been far more evidence, far more witnesses. Like Rico typically means, obviously, it means enterprise. Diddy was not the only person of his enterprise. Let's understand, when you're a boss, that's what makes you a boss. You got workers. So where were the workers? Other than the women that, you know, Cassie and Jane Doe and KK and all of them, other than them, or Christina Quorum, I'm sorry, KK too, but she wasn't, you know, on the stand. Where was the actual workers? Where was, you know, all the other people? Like, where were they at? Like, they had a few, like the drug mule, they had him. And where was everybody else? That was my thing. Right, Susie? So I was just like, y'all, you know, like I said, here's the thing for me. Diddy is definitely, I mean, we all got flaws, right? And he definitely, based off the things I have heard about that man, is horrible. And what he did to women, regardless if they were willing participants or not, because Diddy is a father of several daughters. He is a son of a woman birthed him into this world, which is his mother. Obviously, a woman had to birth his mama, so he got a grandmama and a great-grandmama, regardless if they living or not. I'm sure he got some nieces, some cousins. Just because you got money and power don't mean that you have to treat women that way. But here's the flip side of that. Women should respect more out of themselves. That's just my personal opinion. You can't make somebody do something. Somebody can't make you do something that you definitely don't want to do. And you know, when you talk about trafficking, you know, one thing I can say about those women, they all had the decision and the choice to leave and go home. There are unfortunately underage females that are being trafficked and don't have the decision to go home at the end of the day. They don't have that decision. You know, they don't get to fly off to Turks and Caicos and walk around with Louis Gucci Prada bags. A lot of those traffickers that you hear about, the women that's being sex trafficked, they can't even live to tell the story. All these women, unfortunately, they went through what they went through, but they were able to live to tell the story. And Cassie got paid for hers. So I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm just not real overly passionate about what's going on, you know, because yeah, Diddy got Cassie at a very young age. She was like 19, but that lady held on for about 11 years with all that rigmarole that man had going on. And then, you know what's so unfortunate? The twins' mom, if Diddy was treating those women like that, if he was treating Cassie like that, Jane Doe, Gina, and whoever else, can you just imagine how he treated Kim Porter? Like, Kim Porter was your quote unquote, I'm just gonna say woman, the mother of your children, but yet you took Cassie to the Met Gala because she fit your image? What about the woman that was sitting at home watching your children? Why didn't you put Kim Porter on your arm and prance her to the Met Gala? So like I said, I don't really know, y'all. I mean, that's them rich folks' problems. Baby, their problems and our problems are not the same, in my opinion. So, breaking news, Clayton Howard, which was one of the 7 male escorts that testified in the Diddy trial, is now suing Cassie and Diddy for giving him an STD. You heard me. Clayton Howard, also known that he was known between Cassie and Diddy as Dave, is now suing Diddy and Cassie for giving him an STD. Now, listen, when I say this, Cassie said on stand that she had several STDs. Sis said she kept a UTI. She couldn't get rid of one. She had sores in her mouth and all that. But my thing with this Clayton Howard dude, like, how you gonna prove that you didn't have an STD before you got with him? Let me tell you something. Cassie winning that money, getting that money, baby, it opened up the floodgates for every other vulture. And then here's my thing. Let's just say Clayton Howard wins his case, right? What, sir, haven't you had sex with other people besides Diddy? And I'm sure you just wasn't their favorite escort. So what if people start coming for you once you, if you are able to be successful in your lawsuit? Now people gonna start coming for your coin. Baby, when I tell you, everybody trying to get that bag, everybody. But you know what? I think Cassie's lawyers probably knew this was gonna happen. So I'm pretty sure they got things positioned for Cassie and her money. Cassie had to relive her trauma and deal with these cockroaches. I mean, Cassie had to know when this came about that it was definitely going to open Pandora's box. She had to know that. If she didn't know it, her lawyers had to know. Yeah, lawsuit after lawsuit is coming. I knew he was going to get off when they were hinting at a pardon for him. So, like I said, it was a lot going on yesterday. But one of the things I want to talk about, being a content creator myself, is this crabs in a barrel mentality when it comes to these content creators, in my opinion. So a lot of you guys may or may not know of TISA Tells. Some of you probably should know about her because I came up familiar with TISA back around the pandemic, when the pandemic started. I think that's when I became familiar with her. She's covered a lot of high profile cases and stuff. So y'all, she was one of many YouTubers that was out in New York covering the Diddy trial. And yesterday, when it was coming to the end of everything, TISA got attacked by another fellow YouTuber by the name of Ratchet TV. Armon Wiggins was out there as well too, and we're going to take a look at his video because I saw his first because I was actually in the live when it was going on. And you're familiar with TISA? Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. TISA, I don't have anything against TISA. I don't know that lady personally, but when it comes to content, she's not my go-to person. It's just she's not. For the whole Diddy trial, she was not my go-to person. I preferred to watch Chronicle Speaks and Armon Wiggins. Those were the two that I really preferred. Lovely T, y'all know I like Lovely T. She came towards the end. I would watch Lovely T because I just like watching her. But when I wanted to get my daily dose of what happened at court, Armon Wiggins and Chronicle Speaks were the two people that I enjoy watching. Now, I know a lot of people like TISA Tells, and I'm going to be honest with you. What happened to her yesterday, I was not for that. I thought that was terribly wrong. But from my understanding, even from what Armon said, apparently TISA got a lot of preferential treatment at the courthouse that other people didn't get. And what you'll see in this video is at the time that Ratchet TV was basically coming at TISA was like behind this, like, she was standing behind like this little, like a barricade, like a silver barricade gate. And she had 2 security men. Now, remind you, it wasn't planned for Ratchet to come along. But coincidentally, when I was watching the live footage of the interaction between TISA and Ratchet, and Armon was there filming it, I seen the armed security. So I'm like, well, why does she have armed security and nobody else there has armed security? Standing outside, because when court was like in recess, you had to go outside. You couldn't stand inside the court building. Everybody had to go outside. So there were a lot of people outside, spectators, media outlet, YouTubers. It was all kind of people outside. So I was like, well, she said her boo paid for it. Oh, okay. She pays for security. For what? What? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just asking questions. Why is she paying for security? Did nobody else need it down there? So I think because, as you guys know, for a lot of you guys that went to TISA Tells channel to get your daily dose of what happened at the Diddy trial, TISA definitely was not pro Diddy, right? Not saying she had to be. She's entitled to have her opinion. She doesn't have to go with the masses. TISA was totally against Diddy beating at Rico. She was very emotional, upset, invested in all that. I mean, that's her business, right? So my thing is, your opinion is your opinion. You don't have to gravitate towards the masses because that's what everybody else is thinking. If she felt like Diddy was a foul, despicable individual, maybe she has her own personal reasons why she felt that way. Maybe TISA possibly, this is alleged, I don't know this to be for fact, has had a similar situation that makes her feel so passionate about what happened to Cassie and the other women. TISA says she got the media treatment simply because she asked and showed her credentials. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Laura London is from the Breakfast Club. No, it's not London. Laura, is it Lorraine? Oh, girl from the Breakfast Club. She definitely should have a media pass. She's on a syndicated show. I didn't see her with security. Now, again, I'm not saying that TISA can't have security. If sis got the money to pay for it, because I'm pretty sure damn sure wasn't free. If she got the coin to pay for it, then pay for it. La Rosa, thank you. Lauren, yeah, thank you, y'all. I'm sorry. I was just curious why she had it, because I didn't remember. I would see TISA, like if her video, like when I would come on YouTube, and she was like one of the ones that would first pop up in my For You. So I would click on it. I didn't see security around her, but that particular day, yesterday, I did see. That was the first time I ever seen her with security, right? So let's get into the video real quick, you guys. Lauren LaRosa. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm sorry, you guys, if I said her name incorrectly. All right, so let me say this too. There's another channel here called Tough TV. I watch him as well too, not religiously, but I'll watch him from time to time, depending on what's going on. And he did a video yesterday and today, and he is like he can't stand TISA Tells. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, what did TISA do to you? You know, now, if you guys have not been watching, TISA has grown expeditiously. But I have to hand it to that lady. She definitely puts in the work. Just like Armon Wiggins, his channel grew expeditiously by putting in the work, putting his life on hold for 2 months and living in New York to cover this trial. My thing is, when you put in the work and people like what they see, then you're going to get that attention. You're going to get the subscribers. You're going to get the views. You're going to get it. You can't get mad at somebody else's blessing. I don't be understanding the whole jealousy and envious and, you know, I don't get that, because at the end of the day, it's enough money for everybody should have ate off this Diddy trial and ate very well. Everybody should have. So let's get into it, you guys.
Okay, so now we're back getting the rest of the tea. Okay, let's continue to get going. Let's continue to get going. Ciao. Let's continue to keep going. Whew. That's why I wear my crop top today, baby. Stop yelling at me, please. I'm trying to work. I'm like, stop yelling at me, please. Girl, I'm trying to work.
Come on, Armon, give me a little fire.
Okay, so I just caught up with Cassie's lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
He said that he's happy that, you know, Diddy did get something. He was held accountable for something. Cassie is happy that he's been held accountable for something. They would have liked to see the Rico and the sex trafficking charges, because he hasn't been held accountable for anything in a very long time. He said, but he does feel that Diddy will face a significant amount of time. He said each charge can be charged up to 10 years each. I don't think that's going to happen.
No, it's not.
But he feels like there's a significant amount that he can be charged for.
Thank you, beloved.
What do you think?
Well, I think it's not going to have a significant amount of time, because we did the math. He didn't have any prior convictions, and we looked up the chart, did we not, Sylvia? And it wasn't a whole lot of time. It's all I'll say. But I will say this, and I can't tell you all the whole tea, but we have some tea that is really why we didn't want it to go the other way.
Wait, what's the tea?
I can't say it.
Okay.
Maybe I can say it tomorrow. Right
Well,
now,
the verdict
Sylvia,
is in.
Sylvia, you know the tea.
Uh-oh.
This is inside information.
You got your free Diddy shirt on?
You told me to put it on. You know you want to put it on. People are like, what does that say? I thought more people would be in them because they handed it out to all of us.
I can't give it to you.
Where's she?
What's happening?
Got a Team Love shit on Armon.
Justice was
Oh, yes. Wait, what's coming on over here? Girl, I gotta go back. I don't know. I just got Cassie's lawyer back here. He snuck out to the back.
It was such a fucking nightmare. They were all horrible. Really. I wasn't on the list anywhere.
Oh, Jesus. I'm like, this is why I don't go live at the courthouse show, because I'll be trying to work and I just be like, girl, give me a second. So the prosecution probably won't come out. Diddy's team is probably going to come out through the front. Because the Cassie lawyer snuck out through this way. But so I just got him on. Oh, here he go. Look at Ratchet.
They lied to y'all. Everybody lied to y'all. They lied to y'all.
Who lied?
We watching them. They lied. They tried to control the narrative with the media. They tried to control the narrative with the media, and they lied. Diddy is coming home. They lied to y'all. Court is coming home. They lied to y'all. TISA tell them how you lied to them about the prosecution. How you lied to them about the prosecution.
Oh my God.
Let's tell the truth. Tell them the truth. What happened to the Rico? What happened to the Rico? TISA telling lies.
Oh my God. Girl. These people is crazy. Yo. Why are they doing this? Why is he doing this? He is so stupid, yo.
Somebody else trying to attack her too, Kimmy K.
Girl, he is dumb. Like, these people get out here and they just start acting.
Like, I don't understand that. Like, he's like, Diddy coming home. You act like he coming to your house. Or do you want him to come to your house? It was like, will y'all calm down and let that woman do her job? It would be all the same if TISA was jumping all in your live stream, screaming and hollering. You know, it's just like, come on, man. Have some type of decorum, some type of professionalism. Like, my goodness. I didn't like that. I didn't like how he did that.
Oh, my God. That's why I be everywhere. You got to move quick. You got to move quick because you never know. Oh, God. You talk about look at me. Girl, I'm all over the place. It's a lot going on. I'm all over the place. I don't know, but I'm going to be back. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Now they about to go. Oh, my God. They about to come over here and start fucking with this lady. Oh, my God. They about to come over here and start fucking with this lady. They about to come over here and start fucking with this lady. They look. They, oh, my. Oh, they about to come over here and start fucking with this lady. This, look, she running. Look. Look. Look.
Platform to gain more followers and money. You lied to your whole platform.
Look.
To gain money. You lied to everybody to gain money. Are you gonna give your subscribers their money back for the lies you told?
Oh my God. Child.
You're the mad one. Bro, me broke? You think I'm broke?
Oh.
Armon Lincoln.
You ain't gonna put a finger on me up in this motherfucker. You ain't gonna put a finger on me. I'm not touching nobody. I'm not in harm. I'm not even in 6 feet. You're a liar. You are a liar, TISA.
What?
Liar, TISA. Tell is a liar.
They saying that TISA said they saying that.
And she's working for the prosecution. And she was paid for by the prosecution. She's a federal informant.
They said that she's a federal informant. Child, who knows? But at the end of the day, y'all probably would want to be one too if they was paying.
She's working for the prosecution to tell lies on social media. Right here in front of the court building that she's a fucking liar.
Oh my God.
You don't want to say week, but 8 weeks we'll be talking about that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Dry ass week.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And the lies you told. You gained your momentum off the lies you told on P. Diddy. Now go back and apologize to her family for lying.
She also lied on Jonathan Majors
And she's full of Robinson.
She hates black men.
She hates black people.
And all
They said she hate black men. She's a color child. They was even out there trying to figure out her if she was actually black or if she was mixed, and you know, they were trying to. I think it to myself, baby. When I tell you, for the love of money is the root of all evil, but it was a mess. I was like, if y'all don't leave this lady alone, she is over there talking to her audience, the same thing y'all should be doing reporting to her audience what they want to hear. And y'all all, I said to myself, will y'all go sit down? Baby, Diddy was a freak, and he brought all the freaks out. Well, not
Oh, look at all the cameras. This is very uncomfortable for her. It's a lot going on. And I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing you the news. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what you guys wanted me to do. They said, "Why is she behind the fence, girl? You better. You see, I'm not. I don't want you. I'm not gonna say nothing. But girl, you know what it gives, girl. When certain people have privileges, that's just what it gives. But I ain't no hater. No tea. But girl, certain people can just do certain things and other people can't. It's no shade. But I ain't pressed. I'm just here.
I had to do it, Mom.
You had to do that? It was eating at you.
Yeah, if a nigga was out here doing all that line, I'd be doing the same thing to him. Who else was like, point me in the direction of another line? I'll do the same thing. She's sweating over there because she knows she did all that goddamn line. Gonna call me broke. Girl, I got more money in my bank account than you. Stop playing with me.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. TISA making a coin now.
She made her money in 8 weeks.
She making a coin. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, see, that's where he wrong. TISA was getting them views even before this Diddy trial. Pretty much anything TISA talk about, oh, she getting 100,000 plus views on it. Now, I have to hand it to the lady. She be doing her thing over there, okay? You said Lovely T kept saying that she is not a drama channel. Whenever TISA Tells came into the frame, she only works with facts. Yeah, you know, like I said, a lot. So let me say this to you guys. I'm not a TISA Tells watcher, right? Her delivery is a little off for me. It's like she takes too long to get to the point for me, right? So I like Armon because he's very animated and he makes me laugh, okay? And I like Lovely T because she gets right to the point. She tell you what she tell you. Now, a lot of people have said that TISA lies a lot. I can't confirm or deny that because I'm not a religious watcher of her channel. She doesn't really give me what I need when it comes to what I want to find out, right? She's not my go-to person. I'll just say that. Now, I'm not going to minimize her work ethic. I do understand a lot of people say she lies, and you know, I'll say this: everybody can't tell the same lie. But at the end of the day, that those are people's opinions. You know, you said TISA be lying. She's so dramatic as well. It's been said that TISA is a liar. Yeah, it has been said that. Now, I will say that. And that's even before the Diddy trial, y'all. I will say that. That's even before the Diddy trial. People were saying that. But again, that doesn't mean that I'm going to get out here and drag her for the filth because, child, she ain't lied on me. You know, like I said, Armon was getting super chats and things of that nature when he would go live to do the recant. Armon didn't take 20 minutes to read the super chats. You know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't respect people for super chatting you, but do understand that people are there to get the commentary. They want to hear what you got to say and move on, right? And I think at this point, people who super chat should probably know that by now. If you stop your live for every super chat, you can never get through your commentary, right? He said, I got the real truth about what was going on from Armon. He was unbiased and told us what was going on. So what was going on, Flourishing? Now, I did hear that Armon said that she was getting preferential treatment. A lot of people were saying that TISA Tells gets pretty privilege. We do know pretty privilege is a thing, right? So a lot of people were saying that too. Again, I can't confirm or deny that because I wasn't there, y'all. So I don't know. I'm telling y'all what I heard from other content creators who, you know, did their commentary on the situation and what their thoughts and opinions were and how they felt, you know. And a lot of times, y'all, when everybody has the same feeling, it could be some validity in it. I'm just saying, it could be some validity. I don't know, you know. Yeah, I watch Armon and Chronicle speak sometimes, but I mainly watch him. I can't get with TISA. Her speech bothers me. I have watched her many times, and she always brought the facts and attorneys, and she always did her research. She's connected with Nancy Grace. Okay. Well, Armon was on the Nancy Grace show too. About the case day by day, I was listening to her, but something was off. Yeah. So, a lot of people, like I said, now she look like a vampire. Lord. A lot of people. Oh, let me say this: there are people who love TISA, and there are people that don't really care for her. But y'all, that pretty much go for YouTubers in general. There's people who love me, and there's people who don't care for me. Like that just is what it is, you know. But I definitely was not for the way Ratchet came at that lady. That was totally uncalled for. You know, if you just felt that passionate, do a video. You know what I'm saying? It's like, let that lady be. That's just my thing. Like, that's a whole woman. Like, why is you out there attacking this woman that's not attacking you? And when they went back in, because they went back to court around 5 o'clock. So they had to go back into court around that time. And there was a place where you had to leave your phones. And so when everybody was they were either getting on or getting off the elevator, Ratchet and TISA came to blows again. They said TISA read him for filth this time because she was able to. But Armon and they didn't have their phone, so couldn't nobody film it. But they said TISA really got in his ass. When I say him, I'm meaning Ratchet.
You seen my bread too.
Oh, okay.
I ain't broke.
Okay. See, I'm not finna do that.
Show her how broke I am.
Get away from me.
Show her how broke I am. Lying ass.
Oh.
So lying ass.
Look.
You're a motherfucking liar, TISA.
Now, what do you feel about this?
You a motherfucking liar, TISA.
I know she's a liar. She called me a drowning rat because I'm dark skinned. She's a whole colorist. She doesn't like black men. Every black man's always guilty before any evidence comes out with her. That's the facts. Look how she talked about Jonathan Majors and making good said that her relationship was a sham and a scam and all of that. She's just a low down liar. And you already know that she lied about Kanye West, about to give her an exclusive interview.
Girl.
She didn't see Kanye. Talk about he was in the courtroom. He was not in the courtroom. He was in a private overflow room, just like I reported. He does not have integrity and tell the truth, and she's a liar. That wig.
Oh.
That dry ass wig on that you've been wearing for the last 8 weeks. Talking about I'm broke. Go get a new goddamn wig.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Right now they're exposing TISA Tells.
They're gonna tell her security, get him out of the way, handle him. I don't want them to put their goddamn hands on me.
Here comes Lovely T.
Put their goddamn hands. Somebody remove him.
They've said that she's working with the feds and all kind of
She's
stuff.
a federal informant. She's a YouTuber that's working for the feds.
Child. Look at Lovely T. Look at Lovely T.
And paid by the prosecution. Paid by the prosecution.
Girl, this is so messy.
That was Lovely T.
Look, it's so messy. And you're loving it. Look at you.
Let's look at night. Like, it was a lot of YouTube
What you
down
think?
y'all.
Don't try to hit me. Girl, I'm just here. I'm here as a tool and a vessel. Girl, if y'all really knew what was going on, y'all would just be like, you know, it's just, I'm gonna just say this. It's a lot of different variables. I never said too much about nothing because I wanted to keep, oh, let me get Holly.
Definitely gonna make him say I'm quite
All right, y'all. So that's what I wanted to show you from Armon's vantage point about what went down with TISA and Ratchet TV. That was one episode. Then there was another episode when they got inside the federal courthouse when they was getting on the elevator. It was another outbreak between Ratchet and TISA, and it's just like, oh my God, you know. And a lot of people are saying, you know, they're just coming at her because she's doing really well. Then a lot of you guys are saying in the chat, a lot of you guys have opinions that she lies a lot. Again, y'all, I don't know for sure what she does. I'm not a viewer of hers per se. If I want certain information, I go to other outlets to get it. That's just me. That's just my preference. I don't prefer her. Like, I don't prefer Nick at Night. I don't prefer her channel. Like I said, for the Diddy coverage, and I wasn't totally into it. I like Armon, so I support him and I watch him. He was funny to me. He made me laugh. I enjoyed watching him in the evenings do the recant of what happened in court. So that's why I definitely gave him my view. I like the attention that he got. I feel like he deserved it. I think he worked really hard. I feel like all of them worked really hard. Like, if you can uproot yourself for 2 months, because they were down there for about 2 months. Mims is another one. I like Mims as well too. I watch Mims for other commentary on things I want to catch up on. That's pretty much all I watched. I watched Mims, I watched Armon, and I watched Chronicle Speaks. That's pretty much who I watched for my go-to information when it came to the Diddy trial. But, you know, I'm glad that trial is over with. It was a mess. It was just a mess. And now we're dealing with, now Cassie's being sued. Cassie and Diddy are being sued. Diddy's being sued again, and Cassie's being sued by Clayton Howard for this allegedly giving them an STD. So it's just gonna keep going on and on. I mean, there's gonna be more lawsuits behind that, obviously, y'all, because it was that you know, it was a lot. It was very explosive. Now, Armon went viral yesterday too. If you watched Armon's channel, you would get it, right? So Armon had this thing with his supporters that watched his live show where he did this more oil thing. He did the more oil thing, and he called Diddy. It was like the way he would say Diddy. People just got a cack and a kiko out of it. Well, yesterday when he was live, he had a small bottle of oil, and he was getting it doused on him, right? Little small bottle of Johnson & Johnson oil. And it was just kind of like, I guess he was doing it like as a celebration of this case is finally over. Like, Diddy. Yeah, like the case is finally over. Well, y'all, it went viral. Actually, what ended up happening, there's some type of citizens app in New York, and the alert went out to about 11 million people of saying stay clear of downtown. The federal court, there's a bunch of people down there throwing baby oil on each other. So people took it as if Armon was doing it in celebration of Diddy beating Rico, and that wasn't it. Armon actually explained why he did the whole oil thing. Like he said, it was something between him and his subscribers. He was live when he was doing it. If you watch Armon, you get it. It was funny to me. I knew what he was doing when I saw it. But a lot of people were very emotional behind this case, and rightfully so, especially if you're somebody who's been through that trauma by the hands of a man, then I could definitely feel you being emotional about it. Armon was invested enough to get down there and report on the trial to heighten his career. You know, I don't think he's losing any sleep over Diddy and Cassie and Jane Doe and any of those other people. Armon is definitely not losing any sleep. He's probably going to pack up this weekend and head on back to California, where he's from, and go back home until he can figure out his next thing or whatever. So it was very funny to me, but a lot of people took offense to it. And y'all know we live in a society, everybody is very temperamental, sensitive, and you can say boo, and someone will be like, why did you say boo? Well, you know what boo means to me. And I'm like, no, what does boo mean to you? So beware of the baby oil. Yeah. Chiamar, my brother is in law is a criminal defense attorney. He did not like TISA's reporting. He said it was inaccurate. I did, however, enjoy her. Oh, did he say it was inaccurate? Okay. And my thing is, like I said, there was several media outlets down there, y'all. CNN, TMZ, all of them were out there. Like they weren't, MSNBC, all of those media outlets were down there. You don't see them on their channels fighting with each other, one network fighting with the other network. But then you get, YouTubers down here beefing with each other about something, in my opinion, they definitely didn't need to beef about, because it was everybody should have ate off of it and ate real good. Majority of mine he went viral every day on his channel with the information about the Diddy trial. TISA did, Chronicle Speaks did really well, Mims did really well, Lovely T towards the end when she did well with her commentary. So everybody pretty much that I watched did really well and literally ate for the past 60 days off, doing commentary on the Diddy trial Monday through Friday. They did really good. You said she lied on Nancy Grace's show. Wow. Okay. I mean, like I said, you guys are watching way more than what I'm watching. If y'all feel like TISA is lying, then you definitely are entitled to your opinion. I mean, you don't have to feel any type of way. If that's your opinion, that's your opinion, But Steve said something in the chat about the differences between a news reporter. Steve, if you could please, if you're still in the chat, repost what you said, because that was an accurate description. At the end of the day, majority of these YouTubers are not professionals, y'all. They didn't go to journalist schools. They didn't major in communication. A lot of these people just have the gift of gab and pick up their cameras and talk about stuff that, like what we do over here in the break room, right? That, you said she played both sides. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I don't have a dog in this fight. I really don't have an opinion on TISA like that, other than I don't really enjoy her style of commentary. And that's just my personal preference. I'm not a watcher of hers. I'm not a fan of hers. I just don't enjoy her commentary. I don't like her delivery. But I don't have anything against her and her hustle. Like, do your thing, sis. Like I said, TISA was doing well even before the Diddy trial. Like, her channel has really grown. She's over 600,000 now. She didn't get 600,000 in 60 days. So TISA has definitely been putting in work. Some of you guys may disagree with the type of work that she puts in. And you're entitled. That's the thing, y'all. People are entitled to their opinion. Rats TV is entitled to his opinion. It was his delivery for me. He's entitled to his opinion. If he wants to think TISA is a liar, he can think that. He don't owe TISA anything. But it was his delivery for me. That was kind of off for me. Like, you didn't have to do all that. It was good to see a lot of the tubers in one place. Yeah, it was. Especially people you've been watching for years and years and years. It was good that they were all able to get down there and do their thing. I watched her when she exposed Simon and Portia. Okay, Southern Beth, she said you watched her when she exposed Simon and Portia. So that was my thing with the situation. And then Armon going viral for the wrong reason for the whole MORE OIL thing. Like, it was very lighthearted. He didn't mean any offense to it. He did it for his fans who understood what the assignment was when it came to the MORE OIL, because a lot of times Armon would come to his live stream all oiled up, and he'd be like, "Are we all oiled up and ready?" It was just comical, It was just comical because y'all. I mean, most of us laughed when we heard about all those thousands of bottles of baby oil that they recovered from Diddy's house. Most of us was like, wait, what? 1,000 bottles of baby oil? What in the world? A lot of us were like laughing about it, but because Diddy gets off on the Rico, now everybody offended behind baby oil. You see what I'm saying? Like, you just can't please people. People are very finicky and very fickle. So you just can't please everybody. She was never for Diddy ever. Oh, okay. Yeah. She doesn't have to be. She doesn't like Diddy and she don't like what he stands for. She definitely did not have to. It's her opinion. And if the people who follow her feel to have the same sentiments, they definitely can. I didn't want, let me explain something to you guys. For me, I didn't want to watch somebody that was pro Diddy, or I didn't want to watch somebody that was anti Diddy. I didn't care that way. I just wanted to get what was going on and what's your opinion about what was being said in court. That's literally all I wanted. I didn't want to ride any train. I didn't want to ride the Diddy hate train, and I didn't want to ride the I love Diddy train, because I don't either. I don't hate Diddy. I don't love Diddy. To be quite honest with y'all, even before all this mess started coming out a couple of years ago about Diddy, I was never a Diddy's fan. I thought he was a weirdo. Always in everybody video, jumping all around. Like, boy, go sit down somewhere. Aren't you a producer? Like, go sit down. So I wasn't a Diddy fan even before his freaky business came out for the public to view. I didn't care about Diddy anyway. You know what I mean? So once all this stuff started coming out, I was like, ooh, okay. Right? And that was just it for me. But I do understand people like to take sides. People get overly passionate about things, and and I'm just, if it, I just wasn't. If I'm entertained by it, I'm gonna watch it because I'm entertained. But if I'm not entertained, I'm not gonna watch it. Yeah, I was never a Diddy fan. Never, ever, never, never. Now I ain't gonna lie, there are some songs that I liked, but I'm not just like, oh, Diddy. No, I just never was a Diddy fan. So this stuff coming out by him made me feel no way about him either way, because I'm not invested in Diddy like that. Period. But as far as what's going to happen with him, I'm just going to keep it 150 cent. No pun intended. I could care less. He can get 50 years, 5 years, 5 minutes, 4 seconds. I don't care. I really don't. Because to be quite honest with you, a lot of people feel like, oh, Diddy is just his brand is just going to blossom. And Diddy should be so woe out and so tired that he should go somewhere. I'm going to say what Boosie said the other day. Diddy need to go sit down somewhere. He need to go sit his ass down. The ninja didn't turn. He looked like Santa Claus. His whole head is white. Okay? He need to go sit down. He don't need to be in nobody's video. He don't need to do no podcasting. Diddy need to go sit and wait on grandchildren at this point. Okay? Because at the end of the day, regardless if you were a willing participant or not, Diddy got a lot of people where they can't sleep at night. Right? He did a lot of unnecessary things to women that he did not have to do, and he did it because he had the power. Yeah, he is almost 60. He did it because he had the power. And I'm going to say what I said in the beginning of this live at the end of this live. Diddy had no business treating those women the way he treated them, regardless if they were willing participants or not. Because at the end of the day, that man got a mama. Diddy got a mama, got a grandmama, great-grandmama. You got aunts, you got cousins, you got nieces. And you got daughters. Imagine now his daughter, except the youngest one, the little baby one, but the twins and Chance, they're they're not in school anymore. But imagine wanting to go over to Delia and Jesse's house because y'all friends in school, and Diddy is your daddy, and all this stuff that came out about that man. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's the fact that you consciously treated these women like they did, like, I'm going to just say the word, prostituted those women out, because that's what you did. Prostituted those women out, treated those women like they were the gum underneath your shoe. Well, you got daughters. Like, how did he consciously do that? Regardless if you're a warrior, if you get into voyeurism or whatever, but don't you think your daughters are eventually going to be dating men, if not already dating men, and eventually, like, wow, how do you subconsciously treat another woman like that when you damn sure wouldn't want no man to treat your daughter like that, or daughters like that? Diddy got what 4 daughters? So that was my thing. Like, dude, are you okay? Like, why you just couldn't get? I mean, I ain't saying that you had to just be with one woman, because if if you a man that ain't satisfied with one, if you need about 2, but why you just couldn't just be with these women? But then on the flip side, women, why did y'all put up with that? Because it was Diddy, because of the money? I mean, obviously that's what y'all did. Y'all put up with that behavior because of the money. Let's be honest, Diddy is not cute. It wasn't like he was just so damn sexy and he's so fine. Diddy is not cute. He's not a cute man. He's just not. He's never been attractive to me. His head too big and his eyes too damn tiny. Oh, do you summarize? I don't watch Sherelle. Sherelle I don't like the way she commentates. She can barely get a sentence out. I don't watch her. So my thing is that, like, I could see it. The ninja was like super fine, and you were just so enamored over his looks, and you know what I'm saying? He wasn't even fine. He wasn't even fine. He is not. I mean, I ain't saying he like butt ugly, but he damn sure ain't. You know what I mean? So I was just like, girl, it had to be the money. It couldn't be nothing else. And let's be honest, it couldn't necessarily be his peen, because by the time y'all finished with all them other peens, but based on what they said in court, hell, all Diddy wanted was the remnants. That's all he wanted. He wanted to take the cream and rub it all on his body. Very average, Monique. If Diddy didn't have money, child, wouldn't nobody pay no attention to him. If Diddy didn't have money, he would definitely not. If Diddy did not have any money, he was just a regular schmegular ninja that walked up to you in the club, girl, you'd be like, I got a man. And girl, just as single as a bird. Like Diddy ain't the type of ninja where you be like, wait, hold on. Ooh, you making my heart. Like he's not attractive. And I'm not saying that because of the I felt that way years ago when I was just like, man, he's a weird looking dude. I never thought he was cute. You said that's why he was jealous of Pac. Now Pac was attractive. Pac had that swag. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, I don't care what nobody said. That's Tupac was my dog. I like Tupac. But he just wasn't So my thing is this: just as much as Diddy should have paid attention to the fact that you got children, daughters. Not only that, what is example are you setting for your sons? The same way that he should have had standards, y'all. I'm sorry, you can say whatever the hell you want to say, victim, whatever. Those women should have had the same standard too. Like Cassie was there for 11 years, y'all. That's a long time to be slutted out. I'm just gonna. I can't say it no other way. That's basically what the man did to her. Like, how can you love her and the way you let men just grope all over her? Like, what in the world? I just couldn't believe it. right, Walk. I'm just saying. Yeah, Tupac was fire, Royal Blue. Okay, girl. Jay-Z too. I don't see that. Beyonce, baby, Jay-Z. He looked old 20 years ago. He just looked like an old raisin. Jay-Z is not like these ninjas. Like I'm telling y'all, these ninjas didn't have no money, but nobody even paying attention to them. He never respected her. No, he didn't. He was able to get a young, pretty woman, and you know what? At the time with Diddy, she was 19. Diddy was what, 36. He was able to get him a young little PYT, and what Cassie really didn't understand, maybe because she was too young to understand. Girl, you actually had the upper hand on that ninja. Yeah, because you was the one, he wanted you. Now I ain't gonna lie, she probably did eventually wanted him, but since he wanted you, he pursued you. So you actually had the upper hand. You could have had that ninja eating out your hand, but you chose to. Anyway, y'all, that's a whole nother story. I don't know, y'all. Like, that's a whole nother stuff. You know what you say? I don't know how he look at him every day. Maybe that's why she stay on tour. She ain't got to look at him. I'd never do better. I try the things that people get into. I'd be like, damn. Cassie only left because he called Kim Porter love of his life. I mean, you know, like I said, did the problem is a lot of the things that Diddy has done was not presented in that trial for the reasons I do not know. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Based off what I heard of that trial, me personally, I don't think the Fed's trial was strong enough. I just the prosecution trial was not strong enough. It just wasn't. it just wasn't based off what I saw. I'm just like, child, they had more tea on YSL than they did on Diddy. So I don't know. All right, y'all, that's my time. Y'all, we gonna come back because we gotta go we gotta check on Liv, y'all. She put out an SOS. I don't have any commentary for Jasmine. She put out a video. I said, Jasmine, at this point, sis, just go and close the channel up and put a sign on it and say you'll be back next summer. Because sis, I don't know what's going on with you over there in that damn channel, ma'am. Now, somebody sent me a picture of Jasmine. I guess she went live the other day and tried the sis had hickeys on her neck. I said, well, damn, who's sucking on her neck? I said, never mind. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Happy 4th of July. And just because it's 4th of July tomorrow, y'all, I'm still going to go live. We're going to talk, okay? Because I might just do Liv tomorrow and go and get her out the damn way, okay, y'all? Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Remember, so much love. Bye.